Welcome to episode 19 of Project 613. Today we conclude discussing the mitzvah of tshuva, of confession, as elaborated at length in the 3-chapter-a-day track. So when the Rambam talks about the mitzvah of tshuva, of confession, he writes that a person is required to confess with one's lips and to verbally articulate those things which they have resolved in their heart not to do again. But if a person confesses verbally and nevertheless has not resolved in their heart to change, says the Rambam, it's comparable to a person who immerses themselves in a ritual bath whilst holding onto a creature that causes ritual impurity. For the immersion now will not be effective until he actually casts away this creature. So seemingly from here, we would learn that in order to for confession to actually work, to be meaningful, a person has to generally make the resolution to change their conduct. And yet, the sages who the Rambam is quoting use a very interesting expression. They could have told us that the whole immersion was meaningless, was a waste of time. Could have said the confession just didn't accomplish anything. Why compare it to a person who actually attempts to do an invalid purification? Just say he didn't immerse at all. And the answer is very profound. The very act of verbal confession, even when the person hasn't yet made the resolve to change their conduct, still contains an aspect of good, which is likened to the purifying act of immersion, albeit whilst holding onto an animal which eventually must be cast away. However, the fact that the person hasn't yet undergone the process of sincere repentance should not prevent them from admitting their wrongs. When a person says that they have done something wrong, even if they have not yet resolved in their heart to take action, the words themselves matter. The words themselves rouse him to feelings that will hopefully in time lead him to actually change.